While you guys are over here playing checkers with Donald Trump's political career, he's over here playing 3D chess with you, and you guys are losing terribly. You guys are playing two different games, and you don't even realize it. While you guys are all excited that he's losing his $354 million because of the civil fraud trial, right? You do know that he just made $10 billion. That the SEC approved, or are you going to say that that was fraud too? Probably. That's how you guys work. But anyway, I hope y'all understand, like, how fucked New York is right now. I don't know if you guys have caught the waves or anything, but not only... The only way Trump would not win this appeal is if it's a brain-dead fucking judge that's about as brain-dead as half of you that followed me over here from Adams Live and continue to talk shit in my comments. That's who I would assume would say, yeah, no, we're not gonna appeal this. You'd have to be a special type of stupid. Because, again, he got a guilty verdict on defrauding a bank, right? Okay. For those of you that are gonna, stay and troll, at least stay till the end, okay? Donald Trump got charged with fraud for defrauding a bank, 2 banks, right? The prosecutor who brought these charges onto him brought the banks that had said fraud. Yet when they got on the stand, it was a completely different story than what Letitia James and Judge Engoron have been pushing to the media, which was that there was no fraud, that he paid back all of his loans, he paid them back with interest. It didn't matter what Donald Trump said the amount was worth. They sent out their own fucking appraisers and then gave him the loan that they saw fit. And he paid it back. There was no problems. There was no fraud. Yet that's what he got the guilty verdict on. And if you think an appellate judge is going to sit there and say, yeah, no, he's guilty, you're fucking stupid. Really, really stupid. Not only that, but New York just fucked their chances of any type of businesses staying in New York. They're already talking about moving to states like Florida and Texas and Georgia. Why? Political persecution. And for those of you guys that are going to jump in the comments and say that there is no political persecution, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, because you're wrong. Okay? If the bank is saying that they received no fraud, that there was no fraud, if the bank is saying that they sent out their own appraisers, if the bank is saying that they approved the loans 100%, if the bank is saying that they got the payments back and with interest, where the fuck is the fraud? There isn't any. It's a political persecution. It is a fucking witch hunt, 100%. So you're an idiot if you don't fucking see it. Anyway, let's move on. You have 2 cases, right? You have the Joe Biden and the classified documents, and then you have the Donald Trump and the classified documents. Let me just point something out. Donald Trump, when he had his documents, was president. Highest power, right? Okay. Joe Biden, when he has his records, he was VP and Senate. Okay? There is no fucking comparison. Now, we can debate all day about whether or not Donald Trump should have had those documents. I believe he could have because of the Presidential Records Act and because it was used for Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Obama before Donald Trump. But that's neither here nor there. The one thing that I can agree on, though, is that Joe Biden should have never had access to any of those documents, and they should have never left the White House or the Presidential Records Archives. It should have never fucking left. Why? Because he was never president and he had no clearance to take any of those fucking items out of the White House, out of the Capitol, out of the Senate building. He had no right at all whatsoever. Yet he did it anyways. And so did Mike Pence, just so we're clear, okay? So you don't think I'm all upset about one. Mike Pence's bitch ass did it too, and he needs to go to prison as well because it's not right. Okay? So on that note, that whole entire report, right? They're sitting there telling the American people that this man is so mentally decrepit that he could not stand trial, right? Okay, but he's mentally sound enough to handle nuclear codes. He's mentally sound enough to run this country. He's mentally sound enough to make decisions for 330 million people plus all of the 10 million illegal immigrants that he's brought into this bitch. He's sound enough to be helping with foreign policy, but he's not sound enough to stand trial. How the fuck does that make sense? And I know there are going to be people that are going to say, well, he returned them. It doesn't matter. He was never supposed to fucking have them, okay? That's the difference, you fucking idiots. Joe Biden was never supposed to have those fucking documents. Those documents were never supposed to leave under Joe Biden's handle and care. They were never supposed to leave. The difference comes into play with Donald Trump being as he was the fucking president. That's plain and fucking simple, yet you guys fail. Not even fail, you guys are just too fucking stupid to at least understand it. Not even just admit that it exists, that the Presidential Records Act does exist. You guys act like that just is gone. Because if we could start prosecuting presidents for taking their classified materials out of the White House from when they were president, then that means Obama, precious Obama, gets to go to jail. That means George Bush gets to go to jail. That means Bill Clinton, who won his case via the Presidential Records Act, gets to go to jail. Plain and simple. And that means that when Joe Biden leaves office, whatever presidential records he takes, he gets to go to jail. That's how this works, right? Because we have fair, equal law. We have justice for everybody. No, you're watching a clear display of political persecution right in front of your fucking eyes. A clear display of them sweeping shit under the rug to save Joe Biden's ass yet again. A clear display of ignorant-ass Democrats and liberals on the fucking internet bandwagoning around this senile, old-ass man because you're too fucking stupid to see the truth. This man has lied to you. He has cheated. He has stolen. He has conned you motherfuckers over and over again. And you have the audacity, never mind the gall, to call Trump supporters cultists. Homie, look in a fucking mirror. Because it ain't us.